radio platform. The number one Chief Rocker, Jersey Verb.
This is Key C from the
Kicking It With Key C show.
On the newly rebranded Two Line Students Radio Network. We will continue to bring you the hottest, most interesting guests and commentary in the areas of social issues, politics, culture, music, and more. Continue to tune in.
Give it to you.
Yo, what's good? This is Trey Frazier on the staff. This is the Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. Make sure y'all tune in to us every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time.
He's the brain of operations.
I'm telling you right now, book it!
And him, he's along for the ride. But together, they bring you sports like you've never heard before. The Wait a Minute Show, a new way of discussing today's trending sports topics. And now, back to the show with your host, Jolani J.B. Bodie.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Once again, you listen to the Wait a Minute Show with your man, Jelani J.B. Bodie, and my co-host, Lopan. And we are in the building tonight, and we are, again, talking about a good cause. Again, these donations that I was talking about, I forgot to mention that we are accepting donations for the Wait a Minute Show toy drive until December 16th. So you still got time. So this is not just tonight. This is not just tomorrow or the rest of the week. You got into the 16th. So we appreciate any help that you can give us. Go to thewaitaminuteshow.com. Tell a friend, tell a foe, tell anybody, tell a coworker. It don't matter what it is. It is time to do this thing, y'all. So go to thewaitaminuteshow.com, and all you got to do, you'll see it right there. You just click. It'll say GoFundMe or donate, however way you want to do it. If you want to do the GoFundMe account, it's all going to the same place. You hit donate, and then we can get some kids some toys so they can have a really, really, really good, season of giving and make someone's day, and end the year off strong, like we always do. So again, thewaitaminuteshow.com, and click GoFundMe or click donate. Whichever way. And we're talking about these Bluetooth speakers. I'm going to let you know right now if you don't know. I do a show on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can just go to thewaitaminuteshow.com and click on episodes, and then you can see the live broadcast. We're going to have another giveaway. I got 3 more that I'm going to be giving away on Saturday. So people like Big L, people like Rough Buff, if they don't get in today, you'll have your opportunity to go ahead and still win these Bluetooth speakers. So again, tune in this Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, thewaitaminuteshow.com. And then you get another opportunity, and we'll do it all over again. We'll have fun just like we're having right now, and continue to give to the cause, the Wait a Minute Show toy drive, So, speaking of speakers, let's just go ahead and finish up the last one. So someone can call in, right now if they want to. Not Rough Buff, Rough Buff could call in. Big L, I don't know. I mean, Lopan is a little itchy over there, but it doesn't matter. You can call in, right now. And we'll see if we can get, this last Bluetooth speaker thrown out. So we're going to get, back into some NFL news here in just a moment. We'll see if we get a call. And we do get a call. Let's see who this is. Thank you for calling the Wait a Minute Show. State your name and where you're calling from.
This is Mac Farrell calling in from Jonesboro.
Mac Farrell is in the building down in Jonesboro, Georgia. Appreciate you calling in, sir.
Appreciate you.
You ready for this, Mac?
Oh, I'm ready.
You ready? All right.
Oh, by the way, love the show. Always never miss an episode.
I appreciate it, sir. And Lopan appreciates it too. He went to go get a cookie, but he'll be back, and I'll let him know, what you said. Lopan bought some chocolate chip cookies from Target, and he's eating them things like Tic Tacs, But, all right, so here we go. Yes, sir. What you say?
Oh, go ahead.
All right. So, sports, entertainment, or music? What's going to be your category?
Sports.
Sports. All right. So you got a choice between 1 and 7. Pick a number.
Number 4.
Number 4. See, you can tell Matt Farrell down in Georgia. He said number 4. So, all right. You should be good on this one. You got 5 seconds.
All right.
Which college university dons the turnover chain? 1.
Oh, that's easy.
2.
And this is for Mocha
3.
Bella, the University
4.
of Miami.
There you have it. The U is in the building. So yeah, Mac Farrell has won the last Bluetooth speaker for tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, people who also want to get in on it, I told you, Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll have another opportunity to win. But right now, Mac Farrell is the champion. He is the big dog. So I appreciate you, sir. I will get that out to you so you can go ahead, bring it, and you can listen to the show with your speakers, or, hey, pass it on to someone else, as a gift or whatever, however way you want to do it. But, Mac Farrell, before I let you go, is there anything you want to say to all the people who lost today, even though you won?
Oh, yeah. Here we go, Steelers.
Yeah, they got a big game, against the Bengals. They kind of played them kind of tough, but I still got the Steelers, winning that game. So that's going to be a good Monday night game, especially with Burfict, running around there.
Yeah. That it is.
All right. So I appreciate you, sir, and I'll get that out to you ASAP, sir.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The last Bluetooth speaker that is going out for tonight went to Mac Farrell. So let's just do a recap real quick. Our first winner was Angry Black Man. He won in the first portion of the show. I think his answer was Reggie Jackson about Mr. October. DJ Knox was our second winner. He answered the question of the self-acclaimed king of R&B, Bobby Brown. And of course, my man Mac Farrell, who brought the heat and talked about that turnover chain. The you know it. So I appreciate everybody for participating tonight. Again, Saturday. Don't worry about it. You're still going to have, another opportunity to win a championship portable Bluetooth speaker. I don't know why I call it a championship, but it is a championship. It feels like a championship. So, and Mac Farrell, before I forget, because I don't think I got your information, hit me up, thewaitaminteshow@gmail.com, and I'll get your information so I'll get that speaker out to you. So now let's finish up the show strong here, and let's talk about the news that went down in the NY. Yet, no, not that news, not Matt Lohr, no, not touching that. The news of Eli Manning being benched by the New York Football Giants. That is why tonight's show is Eli on the clock. So I heard this and I'm like, what? Huh? What? Huh? Eli, like, okay. But then I started thinking and I said, you know what? I know what this is about. Well, first off, it's about pissing people off because everybody is upset. I am totally surprised by how many people actually has come out to criticize the Giants. Fans more than anything. I can't tell you how many times I heard, and this is not Chief Rocker, Jersey Vern. He's a Giants fan, and he's always said it's time for Eli to go, so if Eli left, I don't think he would be upset. He's just like, look, it was just time. But Chief Rocker will stick by that. I mean, I can't tell you how many Giants fans I've heard, they criticize Eli. And then when they sit Eli down, now they want to criticize the Giants for sitting them down. Like, I don't get that, Yeah, was it a little disrespectful? Yeah. But in this business of football, they are disrespectful. Unfortunately, that's what happened, but it angered a lot of people. I mean, you had everyone, Phillip Rivers, you had Kurt Warner, who else was out there? Bill Cowher is a little hot. Ross Tucker, and I bring up Ross Tucker. Listen to Ross Tucker on NFL on Sirius Radio. You upset a lot of people, with this benching of Eli. Now, the other thing that made it a joke to me is that the Giants gave him the opportunity, or the option, I should say. They say, you know what, you can just start, the first half or whatever, and then we'll bring in Geno, and all the other quarterbacks and see what we got. They lucky Eli didn't slap them in their mouth. I'm like, Eli, he comes from royalty. They have been, titled the football family of the NFL. Eli doesn't need that, and I'm glad he said no. If Geno's going to be the guy, let him start, let him play the whole game, because it doesn't make any sense. Now you're making it a sideshow. You're making it a circus act, a spectacle. You're giving the New York media something to run with for the rest of the year. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But what does make sense, and it leads me to, is Eli time up in New York? That's why I say, is Eli on the clock? He won't be the first. He won't be the first or last, Guys like Tony Romo. Now, he's out of there because of an injury, His brother, Peyton Manning, another injury. Indianapolis moved on from him. Didn't even say, you know what, we're going to give him an opportunity to heal, and then he'll come back and play. No, they said, they're going Andrew Luck. Let's go get him. Go back even further, Joe Montana. They were like, Joe ain't got it no more. Now, they had Steve Young, so they had something to move on to. Just like Green Bay, Brett Favre. I'm sure Brett, you need to retire. Come on, stop playing. And they were forced, he forced their hand, and they had to go with Aaron Rodgers. And as you see, it worked out, because the last thing you want to see is Aaron Rodgers go to another team, and then he produced like he was producing for the Packers. So is Eli time up in New York? I want to say, yeah. I want to say his time is up because they got eliminated from playoff. Mathematically, they are eliminated from the playoffs. So at this point, what I think New York is doing, they are trying to protect Eli, and they are looking at trading him. I think the last resort will be to cut him, but I honestly do think they're going to go ahead and move on and try and trade him. Now, if they trade him, who could they trade him to? And you don't want him to be a free agent because I'm just going to throw out something here. I'm not saying it's going to, stick or anything like that. But we've been talking about Kirk Cousins leaving Washington. Now, we were, putting him in San Francisco, but that may not happen. But we still got him leaving, going somewhere. How crazy would it be if they cut him, let him loose, and he goes to Washington? How crazy would that be? But Big L just said it in the chat room. He said Eli in Jacksonville next year with a question mark. He's asked the question. That's who I have on my list. Makes sense. Tom Coughlin is there. What has everyone been saying about Jacksonville? They're just a quarterback away from really making some noise. Their defense is not a joke. Leonard Fournette seems to be the truth. They are playing without Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson could be Demaryius Thomas. And what I mean by that, when Tim Tebow was in Denver, they had to change their style of play to fit Tim Tebow's style. And they were winning games. They got to the playoffs and everything. But Demaryius Thomas' game, his performance took a hit. Peyton get there. All of a sudden, Demaryius got double-digit touchdowns. 12, 13, 1,400 yards receiving. Now he's this elite wide receiver. Allen Robinson could be that dude. Jacksonville is ready to move on from Blake Bortles. They won't say it. Of course, they can't say it, but they're ready to move on from him. If they can get Eli, which is a good shot